Championship will be gathered in Jakarta, Indonesia. One dream and one goal only. To make sure all the players, teams, and fans alike are on the same page, it is time to reveal the tournament format. In M4, all the qualified teams will compete in 2 stages to achieve greatness. Group stage and the knockout stage. Let's figure out how the group draw works. The champions of MPL Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, and Singapore are slotted in Pool 1, while all the other teams will be in Pool 2. For example, 1 team each from Pool 1 will be distributed to 4 groups: A, B, C, and D. The 12 teams from Pool 2 will be drawn randomly in serpentine order. Do note that the team from the same region will not be in the same group. If that happens, the latter team will be slotted into the next group. The teams will play a best-of-1 single round robin during the group stage. No team will be eliminated during the group stage. Now, let's take a look at the knockout stage format. It'll feature a double elimination bracket with a total of 22 series. The first 2 rounds of the lower bracket will be the best of 3. The other series will be best of 5. Except for the grand finals, which will be best of 7. Now the knockout stage upper bracket will feature the top 2 teams of each group from the group stage, and the bottom 2 teams will start at the lower bracket. The losers of the first round of the lower bracket will be eliminated. The M4 knockout stage will be spread out across 9 days, where there will be a live audience for fans like you to support your teams. And that's all you need to know about M4's tournament format. Remember to tune in and see you in Jakarta. Dare to dream, dare to be great.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the group draw for the M4 World Championship. Joining us today is our analyst for the group draw, Leo, and our special guest, MLBB World's first ever champions, Donkey, and Finals MVP Aura. Gentlemen, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
We're good, and we're all ready. Now, back when you were players, take us back to that moment. How nerve-wracking was it for you when you were the players waiting for the groupings?
Jadi waktu di grup dulu itu nggak tegang sih. Jadi kayak cuma exciting aja, kayak lawannya tuh siapa. Soalnya waktu pengen aku kalahin semua, pengen bantai semua aja.
Okay, so Donkey says that he's actually really excited when it comes to the group draw because he's excited to see who he has to eliminate because on the M World stage, he just wants to just destroy everyone.
Destroy everyone.
Yes.
Do you feel the same, Aura?
Kalau aku biasa aja, karena feel same.
Feels the same.
Feels the same way.
All right. Now, Leo, we want your expert analysis on this. But before we start, how about let's review the rules for the group draw?
A few rules to remember before we draw our teams into these 4 groups. No team from the same division will be drawn into the same group. Teams in the seed pools 1 will not be in the same group. The 2 Mobile Legends Bang Bang Latam Super League teams in seed pool 2 will not be drawn into the same group. The order of drawing is serpentine. So we'll be going from A, B, C, D, then D, C, B, A, so on and so forth.
So we're going to do A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A, and back to A, B, C, D. All right.
Okay.
Now that the rules are clear, are we ready? For sure, the players are very excited. We're going to start off with Pool Seed 2, Pool Seed 1, and that'll be you, Aura. So your box contains all the champion teams for our MPL region. So let's start off with Group A. This is the Group A for the Pool Seed 1. Here we go. Got a ribbon to seal it up. You can just pull it right off. It's like a gift. And we're seeing and unraveling the gift.
You're right. But oh, who's that?
And it's
Blacklist.
Blacklist International.
Blacklist International from the Philippines.
Will they go for the back-to-back win for the first time in history? The reigning, defending, World Champions of Mobile Legends, Blacklist International.
For the first time in history, an M Series champion will be coming back to defend their crown. BWise came back after a break from Season 9 into Season 10 with a mission. Hashtag reclaim the crown. Here in M4, flying out to Jakarta, they have another mission. And it's to take down everyone else to once again take home another World Championship.
Blacklist International did really well, however, now the teams are doing amazing. So, have a lot cut out for them. Now we're going to go ahead to Group B. Go ahead.
Onyx Esports.
It'll be Onyx Esports of Indonesia for Group B.
With new friends in their roster, they will take on the challenge to bring glory to the host country, Indonesia. Coming from their MPLI 2022 victory, Onyx Esports.
Onyx Esports is not short on achievements, nor talent, nor fans across the world. The black and yellow that the Hedgehogs are rocking in their home court, in their own country of Indonesia, will definitely go a long way. And not to mention some new representation as well, some new talent. Kyrie, it's no secret Kyrie has been taken over, and it's going to be interesting how they will also take over and dominate Group B.
We'll just have to find that out. Now we have two more champion teams that we're waiting for to see if they're going to go to Group C or D. Let's take a look. This is now Group C for the Pool Seed 1.
RSG Singapore.
Group C will be RSG from Singapore.
With a consistent performance over the year, RSG Singapore is set to once again compete in the international stage. Respect all, fear none. RSG Singapore.
The two-time MPL Singapore champions definitely owned 2022. One more thing that they can take home to actually wrap it up well in a nice little bow tie is the M4 World Championships. With Lolzy at the helm, who was actually given so much of a nod in the past year, he's worked so hard. He's actually put the team first before all else. I can't wait to see them perform here. Now, after 2 years of the World Championships being held in Singapore, how will they perform in foreign land?
We're going to find that out. Now, we have one team left, one champion team left, but let's do the honors for formality, Aura. Exciting. Unpredictable.
Who might it be?
Let's take a look.
Okay. Team Hack from Malaysia.
Finally, for Group D, Team Hack of Malaysia.
Started from qualifying for Season 10 and qualifying for Worlds. Their team is one to consider as a threat. Coming as the MPL Malaysia Season 10 champions, we have Team Hawk.
It's not the first time we're actually seeing Team Hawk. A majority of their players put on a showcase back home in MSC 2022 when we held that in Kuala Lumpur. They are some of the most Kelwar teams to look out for here in the 2022 World Championships, and I can't wait to see what the twins, Min and Man, are going to be bringing to the table.
Everyone's looking forward to seeing Min and Man once again. Now that we have our Group A, B, C, and D, Donkey, in your opinion, if you were still a player or a coach or you were still in a team, which group would you want to avoid?
Grup yang pengen aku hindarin sejujurnya grup A sama B ya. Karena grupnya ya Onyx sama Blacklist. Indonesia sama Filipina menurutku tetap tim terkuat dunia.
So what Donkey is saying is that he's most fearful of Group A and Group B because those are the respective Indonesian as well as the Philippine representatives, and he thinks that these two teams are the strongest.
Strongest teams, all right. Do you feel the same, Aura?
Ya, same. Kalau aku sama Blacklist dan Onyx karena terlalu buas di dunia.
He says the same. He thinks that both of them are too ferocious in the world.
Ferocious. Love it. Now, we're going to start with the pool seed 2. We have 12 remaining teams waiting for the grouping. In your opinion, which team from the seed 2 is the strongest?
From the seed 2, the strongest is RRQ Indonesia.
RQ.
And
Okay. And Echo?
Echo Philippine.
Okay. How about for you?
Kalau aku ya RRQ, Eko, dan nggak memungkinkan juga buat Falcon Myanmar.
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of people are looking forward to
Yeah.
them as well. How about let's get this started? And since we're going in serpentine order from A, B, C, D, we're going to go ahead and go to Group D once again and back up to A. Let's take a look which team will join Team Hack in Group D.
RRQ Akira.
RRQ Akira of Brazil.
A new king is born on the other side of the world to conquer the world stage of Mobile Legends after dominating their region. We have RRQ Akira.
First off, I'd like to say congratulations, mi irmãos from Brazil. Viva Brazil! RRQ Akira owned 2022. Once under different banners, it's a majority of the same players with Luis at the lead, switching from Gold to Rome, coming back from M3, now at M4. Quick trivia, they actually spent about a month and change in Indonesia to prepare for M4.
Oh, what do you think that difference will make for them spending about a month here in Indonesia, Donkey?
Tolong diartikan.
Menurut kamu ada efek apa? Mereka sudah training segitu lama di Indonesia selama sebulan mungkin untuk tim tersebut.
Efeknya juga pasti banyak banget sih. Apalagi kan mereka juga, aku lihat mereka trainingnya di tim RRQ yang Indonesia. Pasti mereka saling tukar pikiran. Jadi udah pasti mereka bakal improve banget.
He thinks that this team definitely will have a lot of improvement because they did train with RRQ Hoshi in Indo, and therefore they're able to exchange thoughts and maybe strategies.
Oh, that should be a pretty big deal for them. Now, we did Group D. Let's draw for Group C.
Okay.
Go ahead.
RRQ.
Let's see if you're right.
Occupy Thrones Mena.
Occupy Thrones of Mana.
Wanting to establish a good foundation for Mobile Legends in MENA, they seek to perform well in the world stage. Occupy Thrones.
Also known as Thrones Esports, MPL MENA actually has had a few seasons in, so this developing and growing region has a lot hedging on this one team. Based out of Egypt, they're actually a relative mystery. So much in the path and similar to GX Squad, there's very little we know about them except for what we know and what we've seen in their grand final. So I'm definitely excited to see what Thrones here will be bringing.
Aura, in your opinion, good thing or a bad thing that people don't know much about you and you're pretty new to the worlds?
Saya nggak tahu banyak ya tentang tim MENA. Ini dari mana timnya sebelumnya? Pengen tahu dari mana dulu timnya?
Awalnya MENA itu awalnya berasal dari Egypt ya, Leo. Egypt.
Mesir.
Mesir.
Yes.
Mesir.
Oh ya. Jadi ya tapi kita harus tetap respect juga sama mereka menurut saya.
Jadi, so what Aura is saying is that he literally has no idea about this team, and I think that maybe poses a positive thing, right? So they have a lot to prove on the stage, but also because there's not much information, other teams don't have much to study on them as well.
Which is group for the element of surprise, especially for the upcoming Worlds. Now we're gonna go ahead to Group B.
Todak Malaysia.
Todak Malaysia.
For Group B, it'll be Todak of Malaysia.
Langar Todak.
Todak, as mentioned, has been here for every single M Series event, and they never disappoint. Between all the ups and downs, the crazy picks, and of course that Todak Langar strategy, I can't wait. It's actually nice that now they have a new jungler, Rival, coming in, and that might be that shot in the arm, that injection of new blood and strategy that they might need to break the limits, go beyond their middling performance, finishing in 4th and 3rd. Maybe they might even take it.
Oh, what do you think about that?
Artinya?
Tadi dia nanya apakah dengan pergantian jungler di tim tersebut itu akan ada impact nggak sih kepada timnya? Dan mungkin ini merupakan elemen yang mereka butuhkan selama ini untuk bisa mendapatkan hasil yang puas.
Kalau menurutku sih ya penting. Cuman yang paling penting sih selama masih ada mid lane, Rom sama XP, kayaknya tim itu bisa tetap menyamai, tetap seimbang gitu.
He thinks even though there is a new addition in the jungler, it is going to be a factor. But if they can synergize well with the other different lanes, it's still going to be great for them.
All right. Now we're going to go ahead to Group A. Who's going to be joining Blacklist International? Go ahead.
Is this it? Is this RRQ?
Let's see. Let's see.
No, please. Oh, okay. Incendio Supremacy.
For Group A, it'll be Incendio Supremacy of Turkey.
Withdrew from last year's Turkish Championship to qualify for M3. They are now taking on the world stage this year as Turkey's representative. We have Incendio Supremacy.
Finishing their qualifying tournament 4 against 2, representing Turkey, Incendio Supremacy. In last year's World Championship, it was Bedell who came through, and they have one returning player, Alien. Alien out of the XP lane is coming back, and I can't wait to see how he will be taking that team fight-oriented draft and team fight-oriented gameplay, and how that Turkey meta will mesh with the rest of the M4 teams.
Now we have 8 teams down, and we have 8 more to go. Since we're in serpentine order, we're going to remain with Group A. Let's do the draw for Group A, Pool Seed 2.
Oh, Falcon Esports.
Oh, Falcon Esports of Myanmar goes to Group A.
dark horse of the world stage has arrived to prove Myanmar's name should still be in everyone's radar. We have Falcon Esports.
I have to be honest, it's going to be difficult for the Burmese to aim high and fly high. Going into Group A, they are grouped in with a relative wild factor with the Incendio Supremacy team out of Turkey, but still there's the elephant in the room. That's Blacklist International that they're facing off against. Definitely so secret. The last time we saw them in MSC, Silent, Ken, Justin, Naomi, Yellow Flash. Again, I remember all of their names because I told them, I can't wait to see what the world stage, and here they are.
So when we got their name, everyone did the same expression. Ooh. Why is that, Donkey?
Ya, soalnya aku ngerasa juga tim Falcon ini kuat gitu. Tim Falcon kuat terus satu grup sama Blacklist. Jadi bakal ada pertandingan yang seru banget di grup A ini.
He says that he thinks that Falcon Esports has huge potential. They're a very strong team, but they're also in one group with another strong team, which is Blacklist. And so this group is going to give so much enjoyment, surprise, and action.
Now, let's talk about your thoughts, because you also did the same expression. Ooh.
Kalau aku sih jujur aja pengen ngelihat kayak gameplaynya Falcon, karena mereka dari Myanmar juga, dan dulu tuh mereka punya history juga M2. Myanmar itu grand final, masuk ke grand final di M2. Jadi kali ini aku pengen ngelihat gameplaynya Falcon.
Aura mentions that he's excited to see the gameplay that Falcon can actually bring to the table, because he's reminded of way back in M2 where Myanmar was actually a grand finalist. So there's huge excitement for this and very huge potential once again here in M4.
All right, now we're going to go on to Group B. Let's take a look. Let's draw it right now.
Malvinas Gaming Latam.
Group B, Malvinas Gaming of Latam.
Another opportunity for Harley and his new teammates to show the world the capability of Peruvian MLBB. This is Malvinas Gaming.
Malvinas Gaming making a comeback from M3, wherein they had such a heartwarming reception. Now it's Harley coming back with his teammate Steffe, and this mid lane duo definitely has a lot to prove. Latam is a very, very strong region. There's so many countries and so many MLBB fans there, and now I can't wait to see how this Latam Super League Grand Finalist will be coming back and showing us once more that they got it.
Oh, we're going to find that out now. Group C. Let's go ahead, Donkey.
Okay, Group C.
Here we go.
RRQ Hoshi.
There it is.
There it is for Group C. It'll be RRQ Hoshi of Indonesia.
Uncrowned kings on their quest to reclaim their rightful throne. Fans will surely welcome their hometown heroes and cheer them on to win their first international title. RRQ Hoshi.
Anywhere in the world that you see RRQ Hoshi compete, it seems like they have the home court advantage. The Sang Raja, the King of Kings, coming out strong here. Going into Group C, I don't know exactly how the champion, the Seed 1 team, RSGSG, is feeling right now. Their fans, but more so, Occupy Thrones, more so the Egyptians. But right here, Group C just got all the more interesting.
With RRQ Hoshi being in Group C, how do you guys feel about that?
Kalau aku dari tadi aku pengen RRQ masuk Group C sih. Pengen masuk Group C, masuk beneran.
This entire time, Donkey has been praying that RRQ lands in Group C, and it actually is Group C.
There you go. You got what you wanted. How about for you? How do you feel about them being in Group C?
Aku rasa sih ya itu apa ya Ya itu kemauanku juga sih, kayak dia berada di grup C.
Yeah, so this is the exact same opinion as Donkey. He's also been praying, just standing there rigid, nervous. He wants RQ in Group C, and they both get it.
Looks like you guys got what you prayed for. Now we're gonna move on to Group D. Go ahead, Donkey.
The Valley, North America.
For Group D, it'll be the Valley of North America.
Mobazane is back to the world stage to show that NA can become MLBB champions, joining forces with M1 legends of Team Gosu, the Valley.
Story upon story upon story. To say that the Valley showing up at M4 is historic is an understatement. There's so many comebacks. You have from BTK, M3. You have all the way from M1, Basic, coming back to the world stage. I hope the Valley have figured out something, and I hope they have new strategies, because watching NACT, they have a lot of foundations, they have a lot of fundamentals down. But for them to actually show up and shock the world once again, they have to have something else.
Well, they were considered underdogs back in M3, and they made a lot of noise. They shocked a lot of people. Now that they're going to be making a comeback, especially Mobazane. Mobazane's becoming popular all over the region for MLBB. What are you expecting from the Valley?
Mereka ada pergantian roster juga ya, beberapa ya. Ada offlanernya. Offlanernya diganti ya, tapi sisanya masih ada. Jadi harusnya sih mereka kuat seperti biasanya.
He thinks even though there is a slight change in roster, there is a new EXP laner, he does still think that they do have the potential to actually be strong coming into M4.
Tim The Valley ini kan bisa dibilang mungkin Mobazane setengah coachnya juga mungkin dia yang ngatur gameplay, jadi ya tetap kalau dari Mobazane-nya tetap berkembang, ngerti gameplay yang terbaru, tetap menurutku The Valley bakal jadi tim yang salah satu penantang terkuat.
Donkey mentions that it shouldn't be too much of a factor because he believes that Mobazane is half player, half coach. And therefore, if Mobazane is in the right mind, is able to analyze the current meta and the current strategies that all the other teams are using and can find a counter towards it, then they are still going to be huge players to be able to watch out for in M4.
I guess it's safe to say that other than the champion teams, the Valley is definitely the team that everyone has their eye on. Now, since we're in Serpentine condition, we're going to be going once again to group number D. Group D, go ahead.
Still a lot of strong teams in the pool.
I don't know, we still have Echo, remember?
Final four. Final four. Here we go.
Eko.
Oh no. S11 Argentina.
It'll be S11 Gaming Argentina of Latam for Group D.
Winning the first ever MLBB Latam Super League. They will spearhead in making Latam a mark in world history. S11 Gaming Argentina.
Between these two names that were at the top of the inaugural Latam Super League, S11 Gaming took the series away from MVG, right? So these are new names, and this is a new team that's looking to put Latam on the map. And we'll see how far they can go as we look at Group D now. Donkey said it. It's the West. The West is in D. So I'm excited to see how this will pan out for the rest of the tournament.
Now we have the final three teams. For sure, it's nerve-wracking for them. They're at the edge of these seats since we're seeing now how the groupings are going. So let's go ahead and proceed to Group C.
Echo Philippines.
Oh. For Group C, it'll be Echo Philippines.
M2's finals MVP, Carl Teasy, is back again, hungry for another world title with his new super team. Loud and proud, Echo.
I can already hear ang limang Echo fans going wild. Yes, it is true. They were touted as the super team, but at the leadership of Carl Teasy and the lover boy, Yawi, I'm hoping that Echo is packing new strats because when it comes down to mechanics, they rarely come second to anybody. But as seen in the MPL Philippines Grand Finals, they're able to take out strategies like Rome Valier or even an old school pick like a Jawhead and make it work. So I'm looking for those, little pincer type strategies that just corner whoever they're facing because it could be anybody. It could be anybody.
We have the final two teams now. Here we go. We're going to draw Group B. Go ahead, Donkey.
This is the Onic group.
Who's going to be joining Onic? Now we're about to find out.
MDH Esports Mekong.
It'll be MDH Esports of Mekong for Group B.
After beating Mekong's favorites, IDNS, they will now prove themselves to be worthy of contending for the world title. MDH Esports.
It's a long road, or river, should I say, for MDH Esports to make it here, but the Vietnamese are representing their region, joining Group B. They had to take down the inaugural MSC champions IDNS in a grueling series, and I can't wait to make new stars and find out new names from this developing region, MDH.
All eyes on this developing region. Now we have the final team. We all know what it is, but that's for formality. Let's do the draw.
Burn X Flash, Cambodia.
Group A, it'll be Burn X Flash of Cambodia.
Having claimed their first ever win in MPL Cambodia and their first world stage, Coach Zico and his team will prove themselves to parallel with most teams. Burn X Flash.
The final team to be seeded into Group A and finishing up our group draw, Burn X Flash going into this. I don't know. It's something else, Group A, but with Hessa, Sikat, and ATM as some of my favorite players from Burn X Flash. I can't wait to see how this Filipino-inspired Khmer team might actually be coming through, because in their region's MPL, going into the playoffs, they actually just finished third. And for them to actually qualify for the spot, they had to win. There was no other way. So in the grand finals, they took down Logic Esports. This long road was just getting started. They were just paving their way for another climb. Get out of Group A. That's Burn X Flash.
It's really great that you're able to tell us a story about each and every single team. Now, taking a look at the groupings, how would you analyze this, and what would you say would be the major difference compared to the last world champion? How different is it this time around?
All right, so format-wise, I think it's great that no one goes home after the group stage. We're only really playing for placement, all right? The 8 best teams, or the 8 teams that perform the best in their groups, are going into the playoffs with 2 lives, upper bracket. And then everyone else have to fight it out in the lower bracket. So that's always been good. I love that. But now, looking at how it's panned out, I think the rules of the group draw, having seeds for the champions, and then everyone else coming in with some caveats of not allowing certain teams from countries and regions to be seeded in, goes for a lot of great stories to be told. Now, with that being said, I'd like to think Group A is the group of death, if ever there was something to be called the group of death. And then Donkey and I tried to smile while we were drawing. It's like, Group D is fun to watch. I want to see Group D because there's a lot of Western and developing teams coming in.
So he was saying Group D would be really fun. What makes you think that also, Donkey?
Ya, karena aku lihat juga grup D itu ya benar-benar ya itu benar-benar tadi kan dari West gitu. Jadi kayak benar-benar penasaran aja dari mereka kan yang terkuat siapa gitu.
He's curious to see all these regions, particularly from the West, who particular is the strongest amongst all these teams.
How about for you, Aura? Out of all the groups, which are you most excited about?
Tadinya sih aku kira grup C yang paling enak, kayaknya C yang paling, grup C paling berat sih kayaknya. Grup C. Ya, grup C.
Grup C sama A.
Grup C sama A paling berat. C sih, C lebih berat.
Initially, he thought that Group C was the safest, and then we saw that last pick, Echo Philippines, and he instantly changed his mind. So he thinks that amongst all these 4 groups, he thinks Group A and Group C is going to be the scariest and maybe the most challenging.
What made you change your mind when you saw Echo Philippines go to Group C?
Ya, when ketika kayak Echo Philippines ke grup C itu, jadi ada RSG, RRQ, sama Echo Philippines. Yang kita tahu juga RSG juga kuat.
Oh, he's saying that he saw all the lineups of that group, and he says it's not just Echo Philippines, but he thinks that RSG is also a very strong contender.
Ya.
We see a lot of strong contenders here. Now, if we could make a prediction, seeing the grouping right now, I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot. Who would be your finalist? Your top 2 teams? Donkey.
Top 2 team from each group.
No, in general.
For the entire thing, you saw the grouping. From there, who do you think has the best chance to be the top 2?
For me, the top 2, I hope all Indonesian teams.
Oh,
I
okay.
hope, yeah, I hope.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay, because you're biased for Indonesia. Now, if we take out the bias, who do you think would be the top 2, Aura?
Tanpa bias, menurut
tanpa
kamu
bias.
grand finalistnya bakal siapa nih?
Siapa?
Tanpa bias.
Aduh, tanpa bias.
Ya, pokoknya apa yang di otak lu muncul gitu.
Ya, aduh, ini grand
Menurut gue ya,
finalistnya nih.
kalau di otak gue, ya Falcon sama Echo PH sih. Ya di otak gue gitu.
Why do you think it's gonna be Falcon? They're a pretty young team in the world.
Kayak menarik aja sih. Kayak ada ada rasa interest lah.
He thinks
Lihat-
Falcon is
lihat
interesting.
Gameplay itu mereka.
So out of the feeling.
Ya, tapi harapanku ya pastinya Indonesia.
But he hopes it's still gonna be
Yeah.
Indo.
Oh, okay. Now that we have the groupings and it's all final, any last words? And if you have, being former champions, if you have a message to all the teams out there watching this live draw.
Semangat RRQ dan Onyx. Ya bantai lah segalanya. Ya, bantai. Semangat RRQ dan Onyx.
He says good luck to Onyx and RRQ and destroy them all.
Oke. Sama, dan good luck juga untuk ke-14 tim lainnya yang datang ke Indonesia. Aku harap juga kalian menikmatin waktu kalian di Indonesia.
Ya.
Jadi ini kayak waktunya Indonesia akan menunjukkan tajinya lagi untuk juara dunia.
Ya.
He says good luck to all the other 14 teams as well who are going to be participating in M4. Enjoy your time in Indonesia as well, as you guys are going to be staying here for quite a while. And this is going to also be the stage and the way that Indonesia can prove once again that they deserve the world spot.
And of course, our analyst. Final thoughts, Leo.
This was a great group draw. I could not have written a better group draw result if I wanted to. But to all the teams, right? We'll see you in Jakarta. Salamat already for making it this far. And mabuhay in my own words. And I can't wait.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Donkey Aura, and
Thank
our
you.
group draw analyst, Leo. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Now, here's the schedule for the first few days of our group stage. Let's take a look.